In today's video, I'm going to tell you the women's leggings brands that are selling best right now in 2025 on eBay and Poshmark. On the screen are the details of how I made these lists. The short and sweet is I looked at over 3,000 recently sold listings and filtered specifically for the leggings category, and then filtered for the specific price ranges that I wanted to make top 10 lists for. Here are all the lists we're going to go through in today's video. It's going to be a long video because we've got a lot of brands to go through. First, the top 10 that are selling on eBay between $25 and $50. Then the top 10 that are selling on eBay for $51 to $100. Then we have the top 10 that are selling on Poshmark between $25 and $50. And the top 10 that are selling on Poshmark between $51 and $100. Now, from these 4 lists, there were 17 unique brands. The next slide shows the order I'm going to go through in the video. So I took the 17 brands that came up at least once on one of the lists, and then I ranked them based on how common they were across the 4 lists into a 1 through 17. So I'm going to start at number 17 and I'm going to work my way up to number 1. Before I get into the 17, do a quick brainstorm in your head. What are some brands you think are going to come up on this list? I brainstormed and I had a friend of mine brainstorm, and we got the top 3 right, both of us did. But then we also had some brands on our list that didn't show up at all. So in case any of these 5 brands are in your mind, these 5 did not show up on the list, which I thought would be interesting just to note. Here's some common leggings brands that are not selling very well. The first brand, we did not put this on our list, but I just thought it would be an interesting data point. If you're not familiar, LuLaRoe is a multi-level marketing company that's specifically focused on selling leggings. There's a Netflix documentary called Lula Rich that talks about the downfall of the company, and I have seen 50, 100, 200 leggings from this brand for sale at garage sales and thrift stores. The resale value plummeted, and over the last year on eBay, the average sales price was $10 and the sell-through rate 10%. I will say LuLaRoe actually did come up in the top 10 on eBay initially when I ran the data, but when I dug deeper into those listings, they were all lots of leggings. So here's a little screenshot, like a lot of 8 leggings from LuLaRoe sold for $30, a lot of 7 sold for $30, and a lot of 6 sold for $30. Just going to show you that LuLaRoe leggings do not have very much resale value at all anymore. And then there's 4 that actually I did think might show up. So first is Gymshark. Average sales price over last year is only $15 with sell-through rate of 11%. Zaya is another multi-level marketing company. Average sales price over last year, $17, sell-through rate of only 7%. Outdoor Voices, that sell-through rate is shockingly low. A really bad sell-through rate of only 2%. Average sale price of $17. And then finally, Sweaty Betty. The stats for Sweaty Betty actually are as good as some of the brands that did make it on the list, but at least in the data I pulled, it didn't pop up in the top 10 for any of those 4 breakdowns. Average sale price of last year, $22, and sell-through rate of 26%. Time to get into the brands that did make it onto the list. I'm going to start with 17 and 16 because they have 2 things in common. First of all, they're brands that I had never heard of before I made this list. And second of all, they both only showed up on the Poshmark $25 to $50 list. So number 17 is Navigation, and number 16 is Fonka. Navigation showed up number 9 on the $25 to $50 list for Poshmark, and Fonka was number 8, and neither of these brands showed up on the 2 eBay lists. First brand is Navigation. Retail price for these leggings is $48. Average sale price of the last year was $19 and a sell-through rate of 28%. As you can see on the screen, this brand is abbreviated MVGTN, and this is what you'll see on the leggings if you find them. This doesn't seem to be as common of a brand, but it was common enough to come up in the top 10 for Poshmark. The next brand, this one is a Bolo. Look at that average sale price and sell-through rate. I am not 100% sure how you're supposed to pronounce this. I went to the social media, the Instagram page specifically for this brand, and they were sharing posts from people that pronounced it Fonka, Fanka, Fanka. So I don't know how to pronounce it, but this brand is known specifically for having compression lines on the legging. You can specifically see these 2 pairs of leggings have different compression lines in them, and this is the most sought after type of legging from this brand. Retail for $60 to $95, and average sales price over the last year on eBay was $35 with a sell-through rate of 527%. So this is a definite brand to be on the lookout for and pick up. Next up, brand number 15 is another brand that only made it to Poshmark's list. Bombshell Sportswear was number 6 for Poshmark sales of $51 to $100, so in the higher average sales price group. Retail price for leggings from this brand is $89 to $125. Average pre-owned resale price of the last year is $43. That's a very strong resale price for leggings. Interestingly, I think the marketing for this company is marketing towards like sexy leggings. I saw that in some of the titles of the sold listings. Also, some of them said peach butt. So that's definitely the marketing for this company, is like if you want a sexy pair of leggings to accentuate your butt, these are the leggings to buy. The bottom left here, you can see the logo that you'll look for on the leggings. Next, brand number 14. This one made it to 2 of the 4 list, and that brand is Ultracore. It came out number 10 on Poshmark for $51 to $100, and number 7 on eBay for $25 to $50. Retail price for these leggings is pretty steep at $150 to $250. The average sales price for pre-owned in the last year was $29 and sell-through rate of 26%. Brand number 13 is Commando, and this brand did not come up on the Poshmark list but came up on both of the eBay lists. It was number 9 on eBay for $25 to $50 and number 10 for $51 to $100. The retail price for these leggings is somewhere between $100 and $200. Average sales price for pre-owned over last year was $27 with a sell-through rate of 23%. Nearly every listing in the sold listings was faux leather, so I think that is definitely something this brand is known for. So it's not your typical workout legging, it's more faux leather leggings that this brand sells. Brand number 12 is Lilly Pulitzer. Again, when I was thinking of brands for this list, I was thinking more of workout leggings, and I completely missed some of the other brands, which you'll see come up. Lilly Pulitzer did not come up on the 2 Poshmark list, and it came out number 10 on the $25 to $50 for eBay and number 9 on the $51 to $100 for eBay. If you're not familiar with Lilly Pulitzer, this brand is known for their very vibrant, bright designs. I know it more so for dresses, but as you can see here, pre-owned average sales price for their leggings in the last year was $30 and sell-through rate of 28%. On the bottom left, you can see the logo that you're going to find inside the leggings brands, Lilly Pulitzer Luxletic, and you can see examples of the prints that this brand sells. Most leggings from this brand are not going to resell for $51 to $100. The exception is if you find the Mickey Mouse print. So the average sales price in general is $30 for Lilly Pulitzer leggings, but the Mickey Mouse print average sales price over the last year is $48 and the sell-through rate is 700%. So I put 2 examples. The Mickey Mouse is really subdued, like it's hard to notice it, but if you zoom in, you can see the Mickey Mouse print within these 2 examples on the screen. When I was brainstorming brands for this list that I thought might come up, I was exclusively thinking about athletic brands and completely missed that there are a few brands that specialize in wool leggings, and some of those came up on this list. The first is Wool X. It came up number 11. This is a brand to be on the lookout for, as you will see from the stats. This brand came out number 9 on the list for $51 to $100 for Poshmark, and number 5 on eBay for $51 to $100. Leggings from this brand retail for $120 to $150, and over the last year, the average sales price for pre-owned Wool X leggings was $54 and a sell-through rate of 371%. As I said, some really great stats. The leggings from this brand are often advertised as base layer leggings, so to wear in cold weather underneath your other clothes. They're almost all made from a high portion of merino wool, and on the screen you can see the leggings like new on their website, the logo that you're going to be looking for, and then a couple of examples of sold listings. So as I go through the brands on this list, you'll notice there's going to be some like Lilly Pulitzer where you're looking for the exception to get the higher sales price. In that case, you're looking for the Mickey Mouse leggings. But there are other brands on the list like this brand where you just need to find the leggings and you've got the higher sales price. So it's a more rare brand, but if you find it, it's a great pickup. We have made it to the top 10. Number 10 is Free People Movement. One note is that I did combine leggings that were listed under Free People and leggings that were listed under Free People Movement. When I looked at the actual description of the leggings, oftentimes the Free People Movement leggings were actually listed under Free People, and so it felt most complete if I just combined the two. This brand came out number 10 on Poshmark's $25 to $50 list and number 4 on Poshmark's $51 to $100 list. It did not show up in the top 10 at all on eBay. Retail price for these leggings is $78 to $100. Average sales price over the last year on eBay was $19 and sell-through rate of 12%. Again, you can see in the bottom left the logos that you are looking for, as well as some recent sales on Poshmark. For Free People Movement, I had a hard time finding examples of leggings that sell for the higher dollar amounts. On the next screen, you can see one I did find is the Free People Movement Flare leggings. Average sales price over last year, $27 and sell-through rate of 29%. Quick shout out while I'm talking about Flare. If you haven't yet, I do have a video series I just recently put out on the top 10 jeans brands. I'll link those down below if you want to watch that next. But it was very common in there to also see that the Flare style of jeans is selling for a higher sales price than other types from these brands. Brand number 9 is another wool brand, and that is Smart Wool. Smart Wool came out number 7 on Poshmark for $25 to $50 sales, and number 7 on Poshmark for $51 to $100 sales. It also came out number 8 on eBay for $51 to $100 sales. Leggings for Smart Wool retail for $120 to $150. Pre-owned average sales price of last year of $33 and sell-through rate of 243%. This is another brand, as the name implies, that are selling mostly legs that are made of a large portion of wool, and the average sales price and sell-through rate are pretty strong. Brand number 8 is a fun one because it does not follow the trend of any of the others. The brand is Victoria's Secret, and the types of leggings that are selling for the higher dollar amounts are actually the Y2K leggings. So the leggings from this brand that came out in the early 2000s, those are what are selling for the highest dollar amounts, and I'll show you more details in just a minute. So Victoria's Secret did not show up at all in the top 10 list for Poshmark. It came out number 6 on the $25 to $50 list for eBay and number 6 on the $51 to $100 list for eBay. New leggings retail for $40 to $110. The pre-owned average sales price is not good. It's only $13. Sell-through rate of 243%. $13 average sale price. How the heck did it come up on the $51 to $100 list? Well, as I already indicated, it is specifically these older leggings. If you add the keyword rhinestone, the average sale price goes up to $24. Fold over, referring to the top of the legging, whether the top folds over or not, goes up to $25. Rhinestone fold over, $25. Bling, average sales price is $27. Then if you do bling and fold over, average sale price of $32. And then Y2K Flare was also $30. On the screen now, you can see 4 examples of the rhinestone bling fold over leggings. This was a style that was very popular when I was in high school. I graduated in 2010. And these are making a comeback, and they're reselling really well. Most Victoria's Secret leggings, average sale price $13. However, if you find specifically the bling, fold over, rhinestone, Y2K leggings, that's where you're gonna get these higher sales prices. Brand number 9 is Beyond Yoga. Beyond Yoga came out number 6 on the $25 to $50 list for Poshmark, and number 8 on the $25 to $50 list for eBay. This was one that I had a difficult time finding any specific style that sold on average for more than $25, and I could not find a specific style. So in order to get that $25 to $50 sale, you're looking for something that's just in really nice condition. This brand retails for $95 to $110 for their leggings. Pre-owned average sale price of last year was $23 and sell-through rate of 21%. Brand number 6, another one that would not have crossed my mind to come up in the list, and that is Johnny Was. If you're not familiar, Johnny Was is known for having very detailed embroidered items. Specifically, I think of their dresses and their shirts with a lot of embroidery on them. Johnny Was did not come up on the Poshmark list, and it came out number 3 on the $51 to $100 list for eBay. The leggings from this brand retail for $115 to $150. Average sales price for Johnny Was leggings over last year is $43, and sell-through rate of 60%. As you can see on the screen, you can see examples that detailed floral embroidering that they're known for on the dresses and shirts is also what they're known for leggings. In general, if you find the brand Johnny Was or find something that says JW on the logo, you should look it up. It's probably a high sale price item, whether it's leggings or a dress or a shirt or whatever you find. Johnny Was consistently sells pretty well. We have made it to the top 5 brands. Brand number 5 is Athleta. It came out number 5 on the Poshmark $25 to $50 list, number 8 on the Poshmark $51 to $100 list, and number 4 on the eBay $25 to $50 list. Average sales price over last year was $18 and sell-through rate of 8%. Really low sell-through rate. I did do digging into this brand to try to find specific styles that were selling for that $25 to $100 range. The 2 specific styles that I pulled out were the Elation Flare. Shocker, the flare legging is selling for the higher dollar amount. So again, overall average sale price for leggings from Athleta was $18. The Elation Flare was $27. And then the Polar Tech, which again are warm leggings, average sales price over last year was $28. So $10 higher than the brand as a whole. Brand number 4 is Vuori. This brand I just started hearing about a year ago, and I hear about people talking about this brand all the time now. Like, it's the hot new athletic brand. It came out number 3 on the $25 to $50 list for Poshmark, number 3 on the $51 to $100 list for Poshmark, number 5 on the $25 to $50 list for eBay, and number 7 on the $51 to $100 list for eBay. Retail price for leggings is $89 to $98. Average sales price for pre-owned leggings over the last year was $33 and a sell-through rate of 67%. Again, in the middle of the screen, you can see the labels that you are looking for. I did pull out 2 specific styles that have a higher average sales price. First, joggers, average sales price of $39. And if you're not familiar, joggers are like looser around the leg and then tighter at the ankle. And then the Evolve legging, average sales price of $42. Moving on to our top 3 brands. Brand number 3 is Spanx. It came out number 4 on the $25 to $50 list for Poshmark, number 5 on the $51 to $100 list, number 2 on the eBay list for $25 to $50, and number 2 on the eBay list for $51 to $100. Spanx leggings retail for $98 to $118. Average sales price of last year is $19 and a pretty low sell-through rate of only 13%. My dig into the data on Spanx identified 3 specific styles that are selling for higher amounts. Patent leather Spanx leggings, average sales price of $29, so $10 more than the leggings as a whole. The Booty Boost style, and it specifically will say Booty Boost underneath the size, and I have an example on the screen. Average sales price of $29. And then, again, not a surprise, the flare leggings, average sales price of $34. 2 brands left. Do you guys know what they are? I definitely thought of these 2 brands right away when I thought of what brands I thought would be on the list. Number 2 is Alo. So Vuori, I feel like I've heard about for about a year. Alo, I feel like I've heard about for about 2 years. So these 2 are definitely brands that have been very hot in recent times. Alo came out number 2 on both Poshmark lists. Came out number 3 on the $25 to $50 list for eBay, and number 4 on the $51 to $100 list. Leggings from Alo retail for $108 to $138. Average sales price of the last year for pre-owned Alo leggings is $27. To be honest, if I had to have guessed before I looked up the data, I would have thought that number would be higher. I guess in my head, Alo is a bolo, a brand to be on lookout for, so I would have guessed a higher sales price, but the data is saying $27 and a sell-through rate of 37%. One specific style that has a higher sales price is the Airlift style of legging, average sale price of $41. If you go to the website and look at what's selling right now on their website, the Airlift is what's advertised at the very top. So it tells me it's probably the newest style of legging that they've come out with, and that's why it has the higher average sales prices. And finally, brand number 1 is Lululemon. And again, the way these are ranked is based on the frequency of how often they came up. So This one's not going to have the highest average sales price, but it did come up the most often, and it is what is selling the most often on these platforms for the $25 to $100 range. It was number 1 on all 4 of the different splits. Leggings from Lululemon retail for $108 to $138 new. Pre-owned average sale price of last year was $23, and the sell-through rate was 17%. I think most of you are familiar with Lululemon, but if you're not, on the screen are the tags to look for. The tag is really long, so people often cut it out, so you're going to look for that small circle logo. And then the size is usually within a pocket where you have to pull out the pocket, and then there's a little size dot. For Lululemon, there are a lot of leggings out there, so I did dig into the data to try to show you guys some specific styles that are selling for higher dollar amounts. First, 2 styles that are not selling for higher dollar amounts. Capris. Average sales price of last year for Lululemon capris was only $13. And the other is skirts, so leggings with a skirt over them. Average sales price of last year was only $17. Now here is a style that is selling pretty well, definitely better than the average. The Wonder Train high-rise tights. Similar to the Aloe style that was coming up in the higher sales prices, this style is what's being advertised first on the Lululemon website right now. So it is the Wonder Train high-rise tights. Wonder Train, that phrase brought the average sales price up to $27. High-rise brings it up to $28. High-rise tight is $30. So again, this is a specific style that is currently selling on their website and has a bit higher resale value. Then we have the Groove Flare, consistent with all the other brands. The flared legging style is selling for a bit more at $29. And then finally, if you had the keyword Nulu, this is a specific fabric. It's a softer fabric. I have a close-up on the top left of those mustard yellow leggings where you can see this. It's a softer fabric. The Nulu fabric does bring up the average sales price. Over the last year, Lululemon leggings with the keyword Nulu sold on average for $31. All right, that is everything. I wonder how long this video was. Last time I made one of these videos, I asked you guys if you wanted it split apart or all in one, and it was about even between the 2 options, so I thought this time I'll put it all in one. I hope you guys learned something new. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Go check out my other top 10 brands videos, and stay tuned because as always, I'll have a new video out soon.